Okay, in the previous video, we learned about variables and how they are replacing what used to be the box in second and third grade. So now let's do some exercises here about translating information into algebraic statements. All right, so what do we have here? First one is 306 is y minus 319. What is y? Y is your variable, is the box. So how do we translate this? It says 306 is means equal to y minus 319. Okay, so same as writing y minus 319 is equal to 306. This is what we have. Okay, so follow the English, right? So 306 is, that means it's equal to y minus 319. Okay, so that's the equation. Okay, how do we solve it? Okay, so now you have y minus 319. Okay, and I want you to follow how I do it. And I know you can do it in your head. You can do it on the side. And I'm teaching you step by step how to do it in algebra. Okay, so you see the sign here before this number 319. Okay, we want to find what y is. Okay, so we want y by itself. So we need to remove this 319. And since it's negative, we add 319 to both sides. Underline it. Okay, when I do that, okay, when I add the positive to the negative, the same value, that goes away. And all I have on the left side is y equals, and then I add this, 625. I've got my y value. Understand? So look at it, and you see how my equal sign is pretty much lined up. My work is nice and neat. Okay, do that all the time. Okay, follow what I did because it's going to get complicated later on. All right, let's do another one. 88 is W plus 19. How do you write it? Let's follow it. 88 is means equal to W plus 19. So W plus 19 is 88. W plus 19 is 88. Okay, what is that box? Okay, so from now on, whenever you see a letter or a variable, it's representing your box. How do we find what that number is? And I know you can do it in your head, but in algebra, okay, so previously it was negative, and then we added in order to get rid of it. Here it is positive. We are going to subtract 19 from both sides. Oh, sorry, this is 88, not 18. We are going to subtract 19 from both sides. And what do we get? Okay, what do I have? Underline it. What do I have left on this side? If I add the negative to the positive, that is gone. All I have here is W equals, and then I subtract 8, 6. Is that right? No, it is 9, 69. All right, underline it. That's my answer. I'm done. All right, try these. Okay, now let's do this. Question 5 and 6 refer to this. This is the information. 317 minus k is, okay, is. So you write this, is means equal to. So 317 minus k is 180. Can you try that and solve it? Okay, I'm going to leave that for you to do it. All right. Let's do some division and multiplication right here. Okay, What if I tell you 219 divided by P is 73? How do you write it? 219 divided by P means 73. How do we do that? Okay, so this is what you use to write period. In algebra, we're going to write this as 219 over P equals 73. That's what we're going to do, okay? So watch this, okay? Watch this and learn. Okay, so a couple of steps here involved. 73, always write it as 73 over 1. And I'm going to introduce you to something called what? Cross multiplication. Cross multiplication, or the butterfly method. Okay, you're moving up. So what do? That means if I take these two and I multiply, it should be equal to these two. So 73 times P, but we don't write that times anymore. We just say why 73P means it's multiplication. This is equal to 1 times 219. So 73P is equal to 219, right? How do we find what my P is? Okay, you see the number multiplying your P. Your P is your variable. What do you call the number multiplying your variable? It's called coefficient. Write it down somewhere and commit to memory. Okay, how do we find a variable? So what we're going to do is we say we divide both sides by the coefficient. So 219 divided by 73. Okay. All right. So P is, what is 219 divided by 73? Okay, so I see the first digit place is a 9. What number do I multiply by 3 to get to a 9? It's 3. So I'm going to try 73 by 3. Okay, so the answer is 3. The answer is 3. Okay. All right. So this division, you can do it yourself. But did you learn the steps? I wrote the statement and I say we're not going to write this anymore. We're not going to write this anymore. We're going to write it as this. This sign, this division sign becomes this over P. I write it. I write 73 as 73 over 1. I do the cross multiplication, which is butterfly. And then after that, what? I divide both sides by the coefficient, the number multiplying my variable, and I get it. Are you with me? Got it? Okay, so P now is, we solve for P equals 3. All right, try this. Q divided by 4 is 37. So what do? You write, try it first, and then come back and check your answer. Pause the video, try it, come back and check. So what do you get? You get Q divided by 4 is 37. What do you have? The same as 37 over 1, right? Whenever you have something like this, what do? You cross multiply, right? And you find the value of Q, and you realize that Q equals 4 times 37. And so it is what? 148. That would be your answer. Okay. All right. I have more exercises to come. All right. What about, that's what we did. You can see you have 13 multiplied by A is 39. How do we do that? 13 multiplied by A is 39. How do you solve it? Remember we did something earlier? 13 multiplied by A is 39. I say what? We find our variable by dividing both sides by the coefficient. So 13A over 13 equals 39 over 13. Okay, make sure your work is just like this. A equals 3. Are you with me? So now, go in IXL, 6th grade, and practice these sections again. Keep on practicing, all right? And practicing at least makes improvement. All right, let me know if you have any questions. All right.